Tuesday, October 8th, 2024. Here we are, sitting in the car, getting ready to go to the dacha. But along the way, I'm going to stop at the building center, the Leroy Merlin building center. And I'm going to do some price checks. I need some aluminum sheet roofing. So I need to check out the prices and then make my way to the dacha. It's going to be a short day. I need to teach in the afternoon. So maybe about 3 or 4 hours. That's it. Anyways, saddle up, buckle up, and let's go to the dacha.
Жилой комплекс «Дом у озера». Сегодня днем в Хабаровске до плюс 15. Солнечно. Ветер западный порывами до 10 метров в секунду. Утром плюс 4.
So there you go. It's a cool morning. I don't think it's 4 degrees right now. I think it's more like around maybe 6 or 7 degrees. And it's going to be a cool day. So fall is definitely here. The temperatures are cooling down. And that means I got to get my work done at the dacha. So while we're driving along the way to the dacha, I want to show you guys all the construction that is going on in this city. There's a lot of apartment complex. There are a lot of apartment complexes that are being built and government buildings. So as we're going to be passing them, I'll show you where they are. Okay, the first one that we're coming up to, it is called Talan, right here. Actually, believe it or not, I worked on that one right there, the one on the far right. And I even made a video, I don't know, 200 videos ago. So yeah, they're pushing along down here. And there were some old wooden buildings that they tore down there. They're actually tearing them down right now. There they are. So they're going to expand everything along the way, probably right up to here. So that's the first construction zone that we're passing by. On the left side over here, they're breaking ground, and there used to be an old building here, and looks like they're going to build something else here. Prime real estate. And as we cross over and start going down the hill, on the right side, there's that crane, and there's a government building. I forget what it is. I think a library or something. It's being built, and down below it, there's more construction. There it is, all the way down. So the crane is moving right now, and right behind it is the Amur River. Okay, so this whole stretch along this hillside looks like they're building apartment buildings. Yeah, not a Nashtari or something. Right in front of us is the big mall called Brosco Mall, which was just completed about 5 years ago. And already they're expanding it to build a water park. And on the other side, there's more apartment complexes. One right here that's put up, and inside this void right here, they're building 2 more apartment buildings. So yeah, there's a lot of progress happening near the mall. There's another apartment complex. You can see the crane right there in the center of your screen. That's overlooking the Amur River. So there's construction going on there. And we're heading now towards the Southern District. That's what it's called. And this is what morning rush hour looks like. It's actually, I don't know, average. Sometimes it gets a little bit heavier than this. What else is happening here? Well, there's another construction crane straight up ahead. This area is becoming more desirable because of the riverfront view. And there are 2 buildings right there, 2 apartment buildings. Let's get out of the trees here a little bit. There they are, center of the screen, and the gas station roof is covering it up. Okay, so here it is. Right there, center of the screen. There's a construction going on. There's a crane. And lots of Land Cruisers and Lexus SUVs, no matter where you look. So there's another X-Trail Nissan. So yeah, lots of Japanese vehicles here. And what's interesting is a lot of them are right-hand drive. Mitsubishi right there, the white one. So yeah, probably 80%, at least 80% of the vehicles here in the Russian Far East are right-hand drive because the cars are imported from Japan, and that's why you've got the right-hand drive. Even the BMWs and the Mercedes, believe it or not, are right-hand drive. Yeah, even though they're German, but I think because maybe they're being built for the Japanese market, and then the used vehicles are being shipped over from Japan to the Russian Far East, and that's why you've got the right-hand drive. But I'm driving a Kia, Korean, left-hand drive. All right. Okay, coming up on your right side over here, there is the big arena called Yurifei Arena, and that's where they play banty. Banty's kind of like a cross between broomball and ice hockey, but they also have other events that go on here. And right across the road is my first stop that I gotta make, the building center called Leroy Merlin. Also going on here, right beside the arena, there's some other construction going on. I still haven't figured out what it is. I'll probably have to ask some of my Russian friends. Maybe they can tell me what it is. All right, now we got to do a U-turn here at the intersection and make my way back to Leroy Merlin. Okay, here's another view of the Yurifei Arena. Big, huge complex. And over here on the right side, this is the Leroy Merlin. It's one of my favorite shopping areas, but it's gonna be changed to Limana Pro. So, name change. Leroy Merlin is actually a French company, but I don't know about the Limana Pro, whether it's also a French company or it's gonna be Russian. I don't know, but we'll see. All right, there it is. They still got the old name up. All right, gotta find myself a parking spot. Just passed one, 240 bucks. Let's find something closer. Okay, so here I am at the Leroy Merlin. I'm inside, and this is the roofing material. This is the choice that I have. I could either go with this soft type, or I can go with the metal one. So this is 922 rubles per sheet, and it is 760 millimeters by 1950 millimeters. Or I can go with the metal sheeting. And what's the price of the metal sheeting? Well, it ranges from 985 from your basic gray, 985 rubles, and it is also what's the 350 millimeters. Or you can get the colored ones, pay a little bit more, green, and you'll pay 1,066 rubles. So there it is. So I did my price checks. I also got some screws. Gotta keep putting together my walls. And now I'm gonna head around. Oh, let's go take a look at plywood and OSB. I don't know. I might go with plywood OSB sides. If not, I'll just put plastic. But let's go take a look. Okay, here's some 1/2-inch plywood, 4x8 sheet. And what is the price? Here we go. 2,700 or 2,970 rubles for the 1/2-inch. For the 3/8 inch, actually that's all you need for the sides is the 3/8. And it is 1,820 rubles. Or you can go with the OSB, and it is 1,100. Here you go for the 3/8 4x8 sheet. Or you could even go with the smaller, thinner one right here, 1,000 rubles. So yeah, there's a lot of choices, and there's even some veneer right over here. And this veneer is 800-900. I don't know, and they're weird dimensions. Guess this could be used for shelving. Yeah, maybe I'll pick up for my shelving units. They're only what? 1,200, 1,400 a sheet. I can make a lot of shelves with this. Okay, so there it is. And oh, what do they got here? They got some, it's like 6x6s right over here. Well, I don't make 6x6s. I don't mill it. I don't have the lumber that is thick enough. Here's some 1x6s and 1x8s. I also don't mill that. But I do make 1x4s right behind me. So they have them here. 287. Check that out, yeah. 287 rubles for a 8-foot piece. Well, I'm sure I could mill that. Okay, so let's get going. Let's go to the checkout, get back in a car, and head her to the dacha. Okay, there it is. There's my receipt. There's what I paid. 760 rubles for my screws. I don't know, that's just over $10. And that's it. So I need it for the construction of my shed. All right, let's get going. Go to the dacha and start some work. So this was the short little stop that we had at Leroy Merlin. And did some price checks and got some screws. All right, saddle up, put your seatbelt on, let's go. Okay, it's still about another 20-25 minutes to the dacha, and still got to keep going through the southern district, and then we go through a small little village called Sosnovka, and then a few more minutes, and then to our dacha. Here's something else is going on, construction. I don't know, they just started it this week. Haven't noticed it before. That's a new one. What are gas prices? Well, they went up. Diesel is 70.29 and your low grade is 56.07. All right. Okay, we're following a new driver here. So what they do is they put the letter U on the roof and it lets everybody know that it's a student driver. So this is how they use the system here to show people in Russia that there's a new driver on the road. So here we are driving to the dacha. Now, is there another way of getting to the dacha? Yeah, you can take the city bus, but it's going to be basically as fast as the cars on the road. Or you can take a tram. So there's a tram, and the tram goes almost all the way to our dacha, but then you gotta get off and you gotta still take a bus. And how long does it take? Well, if I go by car, it takes about 40 minutes. If I go on a bus, all the way, it also takes about maybe 55 minutes. But if I go on a tram and the bus, it takes about an hour and a half. So yeah, so there are 3 ways of actually getting to the dacha. I choose to go by car. Here's another construction project coming up. Right here you could see there's a new orange and white building. There's actually 4 of them, and that used to be a movie theater. Now it's an apartment complex. And this is the edge of town right here. Last set of lights. And after these set of lights, we go to the next little place called Sosnovka. But at the edge of town here, we have to pass a used car lot area. So there are 3 or 4 used car lots just past this gas station down here. Let's take a look. Okay, gas prices again, $56.07 for a liter of just the low grade gas. So here it is. Here's one car lot over here, and another car lot over here. These are used car lots, by the way. So yeah, there's a lot to choose from. So right at the edge of town, or just outside of town, there are a lot of lumber centers. So here's one right over here. Here's a lumber center. And across the street, there's a garden nursery center. And at this garden nursery center just outside, they have people selling firewood, and this guy always sits here with tons of firewood. I don't know how much that would sell for. And as we go along here, there's actually 2 lumber building centers that opened up on this stretch here. They're on the left side. So yeah, and the reason for that is because the dacha communities are growing, they're thriving. So people need lumber, they need it close by, so they come to this area. Here's like a card lock area for truckers. Where's the building center here on the left? Coming up to it here. And here it is. Here's one right here, the yellow wall. And there's another one just up the road over here. Here it is. Here's the other one. I don't know if you could see with the sun or not. So yeah, we're out of town, and we're just a few minutes away from the next little village. I don't know, it's more like a bedroom community. People who live outside the city but have their jobs inside the city, and you know, they just don't want the hustle and bustle of city life. So I actually even have a colleague that teaches with me, and she lives out in Sosnovka. So we're just going to be coming up to it. There's also another building center that has opened up last spring. Yeah. There's also right over here on the side of the road, some guy makes lawn furniture. There it is. And here's the new building center that's opening up. They haven't all kind of fully stocked up, but I'm sure next year they're gonna have more selection. Parked on the side of the road. Okay, right here's a little mini dump truck with a load of sand. So it's whether they're selling sand or they're selling gravel, manure, you name it. They just park on the side of the road outside the city and put up a sign advertising whatever their product is. And that's that. Yeah, right here. Here's a little dump truck. Right here, they are selling some bark or something. Okay, so we're heading into Sosnovka, and 5 minutes from here, maybe 10, we'll be at our dacha. Here it is, manure being sold on the side of the road. So all you got to do is just stop by and you tell them where you want to halt. This is Dacha Central, I call it. It's both sides of the roads are filled with dachas. There's a sign Pradam. So on the birch trees you have signs. People want to buy a dacha, people want to sell a dacha. Billboards. Here's one for a greenhouse. Here's another one for insulation. And you got these little shops for the people who live at the dacha. They're going to the dacha, they want to pick up some food or snacks, whatnot. So yeah, a lot of billboards along here. And just inside the trees there, dachas, 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 all over the place. And that's it. Now the open road. And if you keep going, this road will take you all the way to Vladivostok, 750 somewhat kilometers southeast of Khabarovsk. So there it is. Okay, so our video comes to an end here. I'm almost at the dacha, and kind of wanted to show you guys the construction that is going on here in Khabarovsk. Not trying to get too political or anything, but I do want to say that you know, anybody who thinks that any of the sanctions have been working against the Russian economy, well, through my eyes, I don't see it. I see a lot of construction going on, everything from apartment buildings to shopping malls to government buildings to malls that are expanding. Malls that were built only 5 years ago are doubling the size. Yeah, while malls are shutting down in America, and I just saw a video the other day of a big mall in Germany that is shutting down. I'm not laughing at it, I'm just kind of trying to put a contrast between Russian malls and German and North American malls. I don't know. Anyways, things are hopping pretty good here, and that's good. The city is growing. That's even better for me because it's job security for me. More people living in the city. There's going to be more people that are going to be studying, and I'll have a lot of work. All right. I got to go now. Take care. And like I always say, paka paka.